well, you were talking to him on mine, so he knows it's me. And I was like, well, shit. Damn. And then I friended him, and I was like, hey, I was want to talk to you on her profile. And then we were talking. And then all of a sudden, they go on a date. And then we did not talk for like a week.
Dude, how many dicks has she sucked?
We did not talk.
Not enough.
Me and her would talk every single day. Even if we were at school, we came home and we would Yahoo message every day.
All a part of the master plan.
Okay, shut up.
Okay, so we
would Yahoo message at home. We didn't talk for a week.
She got so much juices in her mouth.
Let me talk.
From different niggas. Kim, you should have been like, this black guy. You should have liked this black guy. And then she would want to talk to that black guy. Oh my God. They'll just run a train on her. Yeah, you can have her.
Okay, so we would talk, but then this one moment, like, I was really mad at her. So I was not talking to her for a week. All of a sudden, guess what she did? She posted a picture of both of them. Like, she sent me a picture of both of them together.
Damn.
And I'm like, what the fuck, you bitch? And then that was a Sunday. They went on a date on a Sunday, next day, Monday. I didn't see her the whole day of school. All of a sudden, during lunch, I had lunch. She was like going somewhere, like it was in between. So she was going down the ramp of the cafeteria. I was going up. I see her, and then she was with Maria Villagomez. She was with Maria Villagomez now. Push Quinn. I was like this.
Whoa!
I was like this. I'm like, okay, what's up?
Hey, for some dick now, bruh.
I was like, yo, what's up? That shit,
yeah.
like, I liked him. You go on a date, and then we don't talk, and then you don't post that picture. And it's just, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
That dick make you go crazy, Devin. Look. This is what she looked like, by the way. You know what she looked like?
Like a chipmunk.
Oh. You know she dated Solo, right?
Who?
Dude.
Wait, whoa.
Solo.
You wouldn't do it.
Solo, the drug dealer Solo.
Who's this?
The Vietnamese dude that always chill with Johnson.
Bro,
Solo's old.
Yeah, he's old.
They
He's like Jackie's age.
Can you show me a picture of
Wait, skinny ass nigga.
Short ass guy with a big ponytail. All the time. Him.
Who's
Yeah.
dating?
Hell yeah.
They
They used to date.
Huh?
Quinn.
With who?
Solo. His name is Solo.
I don't know.
Previous guy.
Is his name KT on?
No.
No.
He's married with that girl.
Well, I don't know.
On Facebook, it's Anil.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Wow. How long did they date?
I don't know, but.
Here, this nigga right here.
Yep.
Dude, they really dated?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, let me see.
You don't know these niggas, bro.
I have seen them.
Bro,
Before.
they were homies. Girl, we were on like all night dating together. We did everything together. All that bullshit, and she's girl. She is dirty.
Tell about her. What's your story about her?
No. Another thing was that when someone in our group, they had sex or something, and like we were talking about it, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, she's such a hoe. She gave it up." No. And then all of a sudden you said that she fucked Danny. I'm like, what the fuck? And she's over here. She was like, "Oh, you don't have sex until you get married," and she's over here sucking Danny's dick and shit. Like,
Hey, okay, now hold up. You tell your side of the story, okay?
Oh,
since you've been friends with her a little longer, because
I didn't know all this dirty
Kim
stuff.
cut it in. Kim cut it in.
I wish you had told me, so I want to be.
You prolonged it. Your friendship prolonged. So just let her talk.
What happened was that about the whole Scott thing, and then that was junior year, and then all of a sudden I met this dude, and then we started talking, and then Quinn was. I think I told you this part.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Quinn was like, break up with him.
Yeah, you didn't tell me that. I want to be friends.
He was like, break up with him because if Ryan find out, your dad's not gonna give you a car, but you can't skip school.
So
and then I was like, I'm not gonna break up with him. He didn't do nothing. And then we just stopped talking. And also Vit, that was when she was going out with Vit. Yeah. And then it was International Day at Centennial, and me and Vit was walking together. I don't know where Quinn was, but it was me and Vit, and then he was like, you're best friends with Quinn and all this. And then he was like, Quinn talks super shit behind your back.
When we were talking, she still does it.
Talking about about who?
Y'all still.
Really?
Who's y'all?
Who? Y'all, who y'all think y'all?
Like specifically.
Y'all, it don't matter.
Yeah, but then like she talked. He said that she talked a lot of shit about you, and then I was like, are you for real? And he was like, yeah, I'm only saying this because I'm cool with you and your family. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? And then that, Vit and all them.
Vietnam, Kung, do I skip a Kung?
I skip. And then,
that's fucking weird.
And then all of a sudden,
hey, they were super chill with us.
We did not say like, after that, I just stopped talking to her. Like, I did not say anything to her. It wasn't like, oh, you fake bitch, this and that. I just stopped. Like, I just cut everything with her.
What the hell?
I just cut communications with her because I'm like, that's fake as shit. And then she didn't talk to me. So I'm like, if you're not talking to me, then I'm not talking to you. And then all of a sudden, International Day rolls around. We were changing clothes or something for it. It was after school.
Yo.
I went to the bathroom stall. Her phone was there because I saw a phone in the bathroom, and then I clicked it. It was a picture of herself. Fucking narcissistic bitch. And then so I changed my clothes, and then we weren't cool, so we had 2 different groups for Vietnam. And then so the nice, kind ass person I am, I took the phone even though we weren't talking. I fucking hated her guts. I took the phone and I handed it to her. She snatched it out of my fucking hand. She was like, thanks. And she either said thanks or she was like, don't touch my stuff. She either said that, and I was like, what the fuck? Jose was there with me. Me and Jose walked to her. And then Jose, I should have listened to him. Jose was like, just leave it there. And then from that, I was like, dude, honestly, I should have fucking took it and threw it on the floor. Or I should have took it or flushed it.
Yep.
Because that's fucked up. Mm-hmm. That's super fucked
Oh,
up.
flush it.
Yeah.
I was so nice. What was I thinking? Like,
okay, we want to hear her.
Even though I hate her, like, I give
This
her
stuff
her
is
phone.
crazy because
It's all one person. It's connected.
but I always thought this stuff was some bullshit. Literally in high school, I just played games, man, and just listened
We
to
didn't-
stuff.
We didn't play games. We have a lot of more things.
Bro, I play games. What the fuck do you mean?
And
We
then I
did.
felt bad because I was like writing this text in high school.
I was
no one
hardcore.
knew I was
Dude,
lost.
I played games when I was a
Hardcore Xbox.
Bro, I just played
Someone
come
told me
like
that.
Halo and Call of Duty.
And then fucking Carol too, fake ass bitch. Fuck Carol. I don't like Carol.
I did.
Because she was like, she was
Halo
all
Reach
cool
was
with me
it
on
for
one
me,
side,
boys. That
and
was
then she'll
my
turn
favorite.
around and
Yeah,
start playing
she's-
everything.
She does shit all the fucking time.
And then in high school, she's so dumb. So in college, because we went to Rebecca together.
She's still in debt.
I know she is.
She was listening to me
I'm
as a
sure she
fucking
is.
reference for Sally Mae. So they still blow up my phone.
What did
to
Are
this
you
day.
serious?
What did she
Fucking
do?
Sally Mae. She's listening to my fucking reference. She's like, if you know where Carol Tran and Lee Tran is, please contact me. It's very important.
So she hasn't made payments.
Very important information. She's in the fucking broke.
Oh, if they defer, if the
The whole
job,
goddamn family's
if the
broke.
job
No, Sally Mae
finds
is
that-
different.
Oh, really?
It's a
Wait, I
government
don't
still.
fucking take
School
Sally
loans
Mae.
and shit.
Wait, what did
No,
she
Sally
whoa,
Mae
whoa.
is
Wait,
private.
wait,
She
time out.
works at like a security company or some shit.
Dude,
something.
So
Oh no, Carol.
Oh no, I'm talking about Quinn.
she does nails.
Oh wait, I thought you said
never went
Quinn
to
put
school.
you on her
No,
side.
Carol did.
Oh.
Dude,
Quinn is still in debt. She's still in debt. That bitch always
So
in debt.
Carol,
What she
when
do,
we
scrap
had
you
when
like
we
a
were in
peasant?
college together,
What?
when we were in college together, so you know how people take more loans out so they have money to put
she's
in their
fucking
pocket.
stupid, dude.
And then her and Cody was like, "Oh, I'm getting $5,000. Oh, I'm getting $3,000." They're like, "Kim, how much are you getting?" I was like,
Quick
nothing.
money, easy
And then they're
money
like,
today.
"You didn't get extra money," and I'm like, "No, because I don't want to owe."
Yeah.
You know. And then I'm not stupid. You know,
Yeah,
Ryan and them was like, "Don't
Yeah.
don't do
loans,
that."
Stupid.
Extra.
Like,
Yeah.
if you need it, take it, but just take as much as you need. Don't
Yeah.
take extra to
It's how they
spend.
are. They always think that they want more.
And then they look at me like I'm stupid as fuck.
No.
Like they were like, "You didn't get any," and I'm like, "No, why would I?
You
I'm not
didn't.
stupid."
You missed
you know?
the trade.
Yeah,
dumbass.
basically. And I was like, whatever. Like y'all do y'all, I do me. But then anyways.
Let her talk about
Oh
her
yeah, I
Quinn.
want to hear.
Like from her side.
What's your
What?
side? What happened?
Yeah, we want to know from Kim's friendships right here.
My name's
You guys
Jack.
prolong it many years
Hey, you
later.
leave me alone! I don't know who you are!
This is my story.
Oh.
Shh.
Jesus.
Okay, but then so what else happened?
Yeah.
'Cause
Wait, so
You-
Because you know you hung out with her longer.
Okay.
But here's
so-
the thing,
so-
me and you weren't talking, right? And then I still remember at graduation, I still took a picture with you. I was like, yeah, let's take a picture. Even though I fucking hated you then.
I
You
know.
chose
So
Quinn.
So Carol ain't paying her loans. Well, obviously she got paid.
She was still being there regardless.
Yeah, she-
They,
Every year she took a loan out at college.
She didn't pay anything out of pocket. Her grandma was talking to my dad, and she was like, she
You
took
play
a
Smite
loan.
too?
Yeah. She was
Huh?
fucking
You play
stupid.
Smite?
Yeah.
I feel like you did.
And the dad gambles all the
But I
time, so
haven't-
he
I
lost
feel
He's
like-
a
places.
fucking
I feel like
alcoholic.
He
Smite's
loses-
better
he
than
loses
League.
money
I feel like
constantly.
And then all of a sudden they decide on having a restaurant.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
That's one shit place.
As much
She
as
told me, she was
So
like,
bad.
she,
Yeah.
when we were in class together, all of a sudden she was like,
I don't
my
play,
dad's
but
opening
I
up a
can
restaurant,
look
and I was
at
like,
the
good
box
luck.
play
Yeah, it was so bad.
because
Can you
you
tell
know
about
Max
the
can't
restaurant?
play.
It was really bad. I worked with him. It was so bad.
Yeah, tell us.
Every day
How-
he drank, like, it was ridiculous.
Tell us.
Wait, who?
Like, how was
She's
this? How was this?
talking.
Carol's dad,
Yeah.
this girl. Okay, long story short, before he opened the restaurant, my dad was cool with him.
We already talked about
He always came. Well,
And Kara talk mad shit
Oh.
too.
Huh?
Kara talk mad shit.
Of course she
Yeah.
does. Look
Yeah.
at her.
And then
Yeah.
they would come and chill with us a lot, and like they come eat. My dad, I'm charging because he used to be our waiter, and like during that time, I would be the busboy, but then I'm paying attention with the money
Yeah.
because like nothing's gonna.
He used to
sneak
take a
with
lot
it.
of shit. He used to drink all the time.
So he
Beer.
like when I come home from work, he's a waiter, so he would take a beer and he would drink it while
Yeah.
he's working,
Yeah.
and he would drink.
He
He
still
would
does
drink,
it.
he'd drink,
He
he'd
still
drink, he'd
does
drink.
it.
You told me a little something about that.
And then during that same time, like weekends when we work, all the tip goes to me. I put in the register. We don't keep tips. We put all the
His
tips
family,
in.
yeah.
Yes, family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then he has his own apron, so he put tips in, and
Yeah.
I'm paying attention. I'm like, okay, how
He
much?
did the
How much?
same shit.
He puts it all in his apron,
Too.
and then
What the fuck?
at the end of the day, I'm like, so how much you got? And then he gave me a $5 bill. I was like,
No.
I was in 6th grade, by the way, and I was like,
6th grade?
I was like, what?
Yeah, we had the restaurant for 15 years.
We had it since I was 4th grade.
What did Kathy? What would you say?
He's our
This
tip
is
too.
2002.
He stole her tip.
Yeah.
So 2002, 3, 2004. This is 2004.
No.
2004.
Probably the first month of business, and after that it died down.
So who owns this new place? NNT or
TNN.
TNN?
How is she?
We
not?
don't know.
Who owns it?
Oh,
We don't-
Kino.
They
Oh,
own
really?
it?
Kino
Yeah.
family?
Yeah.
I
Kino,
had a
just-
feeling.
Just Kino. I don't think his family.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. He came to the restaurant the other day with the solo guy.
Oh.
Yeah, he came and asked.
They're
He's
my
like,
best friends.
yeah, he's
Still
like,
recipes.
Wait, is that the dude who got his woman's purse got stolen?
No.
They
No.
broke it in?
no.
Do you remember that?
That guy's
Yeah.
a nail. He's a nail owner.
Yeah. He's different.
Kathy said he deals drugs too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He has all type of drugs. He's the main supplier.
Oh
And
shit.
then he has his little minions.
Mr. Johnson.
I'm not a pro or anything, but
Probably.
sometimes some
They're all
stuff you just
together.
probably shouldn't say on
Oh.
anything.
I mean, it's stop.
We can cut stuff.
Yeah.
No. We'll just leave it raw. But the thing is
What
this:
the fuck?
we're in
Not very many
Texas.
people. Not very
Yeah.
many people.
No,
Yeah,
but
like
if
there's
it
no
blows up,
names or
though-
anything. We're not criminalizing anybody.
I looked at the
Who gives a shit, dude?
What
Come on.
part?
It's not like we're recording a
Honestly,
video.
honestly, we're gonna have like 3 views, and that's us re-listening.
Dude, honestly, I don't care about the views. This is our archive.
I know,
our-
it's just us talking like that.
It's just our
Yeah.
talk.
True.
Yeah.
But then I'm in 6th grade like that, and I'm like, this is all you got? I was like, seriously? And then I came home, I told my mom, and my mom told my dad. My dad's like, what the fuck? And then the next day, my dad started screaming, and he fired him.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
Dad,
He's
this,
alcoholic. He
I was
ate
like, Dad, he
every
drinks
time.
the beer a lot,
We
and
had
he
this,
stole money.
we had this
That's
other
not cool.
guy that worked at a restaurant. He watched porn in the room. Did you see that?
Wait,
No,
what?
that motherfucker had a tape of porn.
Yeah, and he will watch.
No,
in the room.
basically, my
And
dad was
Mom
trying to
died.
be nice to him, so my dad gave him a car,
Oh,
gave
why did he do
him like money, right? And then there's a room, and he lived in the room,
Yeah.
and then he did a total mess. And in the room, there's a bag full of porn videos, VHS tapes,
Then you
and
took
Yeah,
the
dude.
TV was this big.
Back in the day,
Mine
yo.
took one.
What the fuck? I won't even touch that
Yo, I'm
shit.
just kidding.
And then I don't want
Who
to.
was spanking the monkey in your
Not
guys'
only that, that's like this. It like squirt, like some Kikkoman sauce, some soy sauce. He's like,
Stop it.
whoop. He licked that shit, right? Yo, but the same car we let him use, that piece of shit. Before the day my dad like took it back because he was like, "You're not working here anymore." He poured the whole gas tank in the trunk.
The guy did?
Yeah, that guy did, dude. We wanted to
He
beat
was-
his
He
motherfucking
was
ass.
so mad.
Mad my ass.
I mean,
like,
we gave him a car, we gave him a place to live, we gave him a job.
and we gave him free food and everything.
Yeah.
So like,
But
but
my dad
then
felt
he,
bad for him.
like he
When was it
just,
so
he's
hot?
always drunk. He comes to work like he drinks beer and he's like, what?
What do you want?
So it's like
this Holy's attention.
Oh god damn it, Jose.
he jack off with that hand. You just touch some
I
juice.
just wanted to hold Solar's hand.
I had to make sure I get a little bit.
Hey, to be honest,
Jose's left hand. So he jack off with his left hand.
Dang, dude, you got
His
it.
eye
I
watch.
do- I do
The
remember.
one with the eye watch.
Hey, stop
Hey, so this thing is an hour long. Can we cut it right now?
No, it's
No,
not
dude,
you.
we're just gonna talk. It doesn't
We're
matter.
just
to
talking.
be honest, I'm glad James didn't marry Carol.
Because they were
Honestly,
fucking,
yeah.
they're on and off, on fucking all the time.
cut
It was
just
so,
one of them.
it was pretty toxic though.
No, I think we'll just leave it as long, and then when we feel like it's done, it's like
30-minute sessions, just whatever.
no, like this
And
is.
then they were still
this
friends
is
with
random
benefits
as
after they broke
fuck,
up
dude.
too.
You can stop and we can still
But,
continue
I mean,
talking.
Tori's
It don't
better,
matter because
honestly.
the long file will take
Yeah, I
a
see
while.
him. He said
It's
he's
a very short one.
Yeah.
It's only 100 megabytes,
Peace out,
148
guys.
megabytes.
What?
It's not that big.
You told none of your
You gotta
stories.
sign off.
I've got stories, man, you know?
Yeah,
My
Sully's,
nigga James
Sully
too.
never had a
Are you gonna
girlfriend.
talk to your wife?
He talks to her on Saturdays.
Yeah, he only talks to her 1 day a week.
That's really?
Yeah.
They have communication issues because he doesn't.
They have a language barrier.
Language barrier because she doesn't speak English. She doesn't,
speak English?
and then he doesn't speak Vietnamese,
Wow.
and he can't write or he can't read.
No,
So
but she
he
would-
forced her to Google Translate. So
Oh
they're by
my
paragraphs,
God.
and then either they'll send emojis as a communication,
But they have a
or they'll
language
send
they
like
speak
pictures, and then or they'll look at each other like they know what they're saying through their eyes.
I
Yeah, like-
And he know little words.
now. They totally
But,
don't.
like-
It's not like Sully's illiterate.
It's not like Jack Solely doesn't know at all. You know what
Like,
I'm
he
saying?
doesn't know
But
stuff.
first of all, he doesn't know how to type. That's I know for sure.
Okay, anyways, continue. What
That's
else
a
were we
that's a
talking
story in
about?
itself.
So yeah, so I was
We
saying
were
that-
trying to listen to her relationship with
so-
No, I was
twins.
saying that Carol's
Yeah.
Carol's crazy.
Fuck
Carol's
Carol, she's
my
out.
nigga, my
Alright,
nigga
you're
James
done.
told me
Alright,
that.
so
Okay.
quick.
Carol.
We never heard about her.
So when me and my alcoholic boyfriend were dating, we were online dating. Me and her were online dating.
Yeah, y'all met on Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, and then she was all lonely and sad and shit. We're like, alright, this is online date. And then we're on either I think POF or we tried a bunch of dating.
POF is the
websites.
worst one.
Shut the hell up.
East to West?
No. And then you just on those popular websites.
East
No
to
website,
West is the Asian people in
Yeah. No website but apps. And then she met a couple of them. And she slept with one of them.
What?
Oh, yeah.
He was an airplane engineer.
Uh-huh.
And then he went on vacation, and then she was like, "I'm gonna talk." She played hard to get him a check, but then they still ended
Nobody
up being
likes
together
that shit.
and all that stuff. And then
Wait,
she,
were they together or did they just
they're
talk?
just like talking, and then but
Oh.
they did like a couple times, and all that shit.
Oh.
Yeah,
Look,
Dude, she
you're-
desperate for
if
that
you're-
dick, bro.
she.
I mean, if you're really feeling it,
At first she was denying. She's like, "I was gonna do this," but deep down inside she was like, "I thought she wrong." She
But
wanted
then
to
the
put it
fact
back
that she was such a hypocrite where she was like, no one should have sex before they're
No,
married.
honestly, let me tell you this.
Wait, what the
I'm
fuck?
telling you that if somehow one day, back in the days,
Yeah.
if I liked her, she would still be here. Because
I know.
I'm long term.
You're right. She's probably.
And not only that,
she would
no,
drive you crazy.
either I would leave her,
Yeah.
but this dick will make her look good.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
that's just
God.
like, I'm just saying.
My
Hell yeah,
Because
dude.
we ain't Asian. We ain't, you know what I'm
my
saying?
boy Dad right now is just like,
Yeah,
with,
yeah, dude.
Fist bump,
We're
TG.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
dude.
I
I get it,
continue,
dude.
continue.
I
All right,
get it.
Happy, come on.
Trust me, I get it.
I forgot what else. And after that, she talked to a couple guys, and I forgot who else.
She,
But-
she did.
But during that
Didn't she
time,
date
did you guys
that
still
guy?
talk to each other a lot?
Hell
Or
no.
you-
After we stopped talking, after she talked to Solo and they're talking together, and then they're still talking, but they're on and off always because he's a drug dealer. And then she kept thinking, oh, what people say, and all my family, your friend, blah 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 blah, all this bullshit. And after that, and then we come Son's birthday was in March, and then she never even talked to us.
He's shaking his butt.
And then she didn't know about him.
Uh-huh.
And then then March came and she just ditched us, me and Son. She just ditched us out of nowhere. And then
Son or Ton?
Ton, we call her Son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she just ditched us out of nowhere.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
saw a ton at Korea. I mean,
I saw her in Korea.
no, we went. Me and my mom went in
Korean
a Korean restaurant. We saw it. I was like, yo.
But like, yeah, I
But yeah,
Sounds a homie.
went to Korea yesterday.
Why did her and Vic break up?
dude, I
They
don't
both
even remember.
hoes.
They are both hoes.
Yeah, I don't even remember. They're always on.
Dude,
They're all materialistic.
Vid is
as
very
fuck.
materialistic.
Yeah.
Quinn is too. Someone told me, oh, Danny, when her and Danny was together, because Danny's
Yeah.
grandpa always comes to the restaurant.
Yeah.
Danny's
And
poor,
then
bro.
Danny's grandpa was
What you
like,
said?
Danny's poor, bro.
Danny is poor as fuck.
Danny's poor, my
the
dude.
grandpa said that she would make him buy her flowers every week.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Make
her
her buy
Who's
what?
this?
Flowers.
And who?
She make him do a bunch of shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, my boy.
And
then,
poor.
like,
I don't got
he-
no money.
She would make him buy her stuff. And
And
he
go
doesn't have
go
money.
work double time, double shifts, whatever,
Yeah.
just to support
I
her.
mean, she probably on the
Dude,
meat
that's
stick.
not
You see, what was
Dude,
she do?
she don't
Yeah.
want to do
Dude.
anything. She don't want to go to school. She don't want to do anything. She want a man to support her.
Yeah.
But not only that, but like she's too needy.
That's too annoying.
She's too
man.
dramatic, and then she's just stalkerish.
That's why she has a drug dealer for.
And they broke up. They broke up. Now she don't know she's doing now.
Hat is the perfect
Hat.
word.
Keyword.
Oh, so
Yeah,
she's
dude.
single
You
now?
guys are really bad
Yeah.
drinkers tonight. It's okay though. I appreciate that. I really do tonight.
We were what?
Really bad drinkers tonight.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
we didn't drink that much.
That's good.
It's just casual talk.
Casual talk.
She said I wasn't gonna be shit. But, look
But
at
then
her
she
now.
just stopped talking to
And
you.
she's always like, I don't want to do my life. I can't want to go back to school, back to my blah blah blah. All this.
Did she ever go
bullshit.
to school?
No, her and mom opened a nail shop.
Huh?
I thought her
All,
mom.
all the way fucking Jolton. past Opry Mills, bro. It's fucking far as
Oh, I
fuck.
went over Jolton. We were gonna buy a freezer over there.
She had one at Antioch. She sold it to Too Small.
I know, but now she bought a nail shop.
Wow.
All the way in fucking Jolton.
No one's there, dude. It's like in the country, bro.
Exactly. It's all beach out.
This
Does
is
she
like-
still live around?
Jolton is between
Yeah.
Clarksville
She lives
and
by the
Nashville.
airport.
She still live with her grandpa?
No, airport. Her and her mom now.
They have a house. They still live in
It's
an
a
apartment.
half a duplex. Her uncle lives on the other side. She lives in her mom, her little brother.
She
lives in the basement.
She act like she has all this money, but she.
Hey, I saw her mom
Who bought
with
the
the
mom?
Vietnamese dude.
Oh, both of them did.
The new
her mom,
husband?
But they both work
Yeah.
with their
I
aunt.
can't play with this shit tonight. It's pissing me off.
Good, turn it off.
Well, fuck you.
Okay, fine, bye.
Just keep away there.
And then what else? You said she was talking shit about us? Fuck that bitch.
Like, tell me what kind of
I don't
shit?
remember.
I'm just curious because I've never treated anyone bad.
I don't remember.
Like if you're in our house,
think
I
they're
will
all
treat you
shit
like.
and stuff like that.
If you're in my house, if I let you come in my house, you're like little flame.
Yeah.
I don't, because if I did not like you, you would not be
Honestly,
in.
she was fake as fuck because
Yeah.
You
she
would
act like, okay,
I
let me
listen.
just say that she acts like she's all fucking rich. But then every time we were at lunch or something, she would always ask me for money. She's like, Kim, can I borrow money?
Hey,
And I'm
bro,
like,
can I hold
okay,
your
I'm fine. I give her
But now
money.
she's just like, she
Yo,
she does all
bruh, there was
the
this one
shit.
crackhead.
She's just
He looked like a
materialistic
crackhead.
as fuck.
She
Look,
is.
hey, right. Let me hold on.
Shut
Hold
up.
on, my ass, bitch. Where you gonna pay me for the last one, bruh?
Bro, I just want to hold it.
Like, bro,
Bruh, I
She was
just
like,
wanna hold
I
it.
thought she was
Hey, at least,
I
bro,
was
can I
like,
get a
"Where?"
piece of gum? Alright, nigga, I'm gonna get you some
I
gum.
mean, that just doesn't help me. When I have a piece of gum, everybody wants
Bro,
to.
as
Hey,
soon as
you
you
go
open
over
up
the
package,
over the new time, they're like,
it's just
hey,
or
can I
like
get
one
one?
person eat it, they're like, hey, where'd you get that from that dude? Hey, can I get a piece of
Some,
gum?
hey, some people you don't even know, they just gotta be like, hey, bro, that nigga just told me you got some gum.
And then if you say I'm
No,
out, they're
nigga, I
like,
don't know
don't
you.
lie. I know
I
you
like,
got
bro,
some.
I saw you have gum.
Who are you?
No,
My
I
bro.
get it with it. What's my name?
Beans, you haven't you haven't put anything into this.
He did almost
I
did
know you.
once.
I know how much you hate.
He almost did
Quinn.
once, but then
He
you guys
hates
were
her.
talking over. it.
Everybody hates Quinn.
No, he entered, he came in when we were talking about Carol, and he said, fuck that bitch, she should always be in debt or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Both of them are.
He truly had vengeance.
If Quinn sold all her fucking purses, she can pay back the fucking school.
Yeah.
What?
You know.
She has Louis Vuitton, Burberry, all that
Okay,
bullshit.
you know the only reason why
What
she
was
got
that?
into bags was because of me. Because I had Coach bags, and then she was like, "Oh, that's nice," and then she started getting it, and then she was like, "Oh, this and that."
Now she's just all.
I mean,
Yeah.
all the
honestly
bullshit.
though, sometimes people just do
She's
what, do
insecure.
or follow whatever
Yeah.
other people
Insecure,
do
dude.
because they legitimately don't know what to do themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
may
always
just-
wanted to be up higher than somebody.
No,
materially.
Exactly. That's
yeah.
her.
Yeah.
It was always a competition.
It is a competition. with her.
Always a
It is.
competition.
Because that's all she had.
When
That's
I
probably
worked
all she-
when I worked
that's
at a
probably
restaurant,
all she
I
had.
used to make almost like $200 a day, and she always asked how much you make. I like 200. She's like, oh,
Well, I
lucky.
mean, 250, bitch.
No, she's like, I make less than that. All this bullshit. I was like, the fuck you do nails?
Yeah.
A week you get $1,000 already. So shut the fuck up.
Kim,
It's annoying.
so far, what do you guys think about it? Do you think we can do this every Saturday?
I don't know because this.
We're running out of topics.
Yeah, we're gonna.
We had no topics.
I
Not
think
even
We
planned out.
started off with relationships, and now we're talking about whoever the fuck
Quinn.
we hate.
No, if you really think about it, like,
I think it,
if
This
we
is
shorten
good,
it,
though.
if we shorten
I
it,
think we
And
and
should.
if we were more organized in topics.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's what,
not
that's
only
what
that,
I'm saying.
listen,
Like,
but
okay,
guys, we could do it like Just Kidding Films, where the most news thing, and we can like talk about like ethical or moral things. Like, what do you guys think about blah 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 blah? You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
That can be like every.
I know, but this
every.
is just us casually talking about.
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just
In our
talking shit
past.
now.
I want to hear your cop story still, man.
Which cop stories?
How much you got? Tell us.
Dude, there was a couple during those times when I was street racing a lot.
Oh,
I
the
had
hit
to
and
bring.
run.
Oh,
Hit and
that's
run is
stupid
in a
as fuck.
different category,
Stupid
yeah.
as fuck, right?
Same Solar was in the car too.
So
All right, say that.
Okay.
Wait, what? They're in the
Bro.
Okay.
Dumbass.
Can I say? Can
This
I
is
say something?
2012.
Okay.
Kim's phone's broken.
Okay.
I knew that time I was like a phone plug. Like I used to buy and sell phones a lot. So
Baby, cut y'all
one of my
toenails, nigga. That's
dudes who
disgusting.
fixed them was on
That made
Nolensville
me
Pipe.
self-conscious.
Kim had a phone that was cracked.
Uh-huh.
I went to him. It was like, you know, in the sex shop,
It was like
Krispy
Kremes
Kreme,
and, like,
Oh, yeah,
Thompson
yeah,
Lane,
yeah.
across
Yeah.
the thing.
Coleman
So
Park.
that guy, he
Yeah.
fixed phones there. So I pulled into that little shopping center. It's right there
Yeah.
to get her phone fixed. And then I'm doing a good deed, so I came back to pick it up. As I pick it up, this is like 4 p.m. Lots of traffic. And then I stick my head out. It's 3 lanes, right? So it's 2 lanes going this way.
Yeah, I hate
the
that.
middle lane is people turning in the middle. So I put my head out, and all of a sudden, I look to the right, and my car is going out, and boom, this lady just sideswiped like on front of my fog lights. And then I was like, what the fuck?
She was speeding.
And then she was speeding too. Not only that, but she did not have the right to go in the middle lane to cut everyone else.
Yeah.
She had to be on her lane
Yeah.
to wait and then to turn,
Yeah.
right? So I didn't know what to do. And I'm like, man, fuck this bitch. I just shifted down gears and then just dipped, and I did a lot of shortcut.
Yeah.
And I pulled up to this hill over here where Jose's house is. And then I got out of the car and I was still shaking. I was like, what the fuck? Like, adrenaline was like shooting
Oh,
me.
yeah.
The thing
At that
is,
time-
it wasn't his fault either.
It wasn't
Yeah,
my fault.
you
I
had
would
it.
have won the case because
Yeah.
her dumbass.
But
Like, the
he-
2 guys
he-
let
he-
me go.
He made it seem like it's a hit.
But I was like, I didn't know what's happening. Okay, so then I was literally sweating. I went outside and looked, and I was like, dude, this is bad. My whole bumper was
I
scratched.
told you, but you didn't.
Like, the front bumper was scratched, and my fog light broke. And I'm like, fuck. So I came home, and I parked every day for 3 or 4 weeks. I will park it where my dad can't see it.
Wow.
My dad still,
So you-
to this day, do not know.
So you fixed that.
Long story. There's more to the story. So I park it at the pool house and I lay there. I literally lay on the floor and I'm just trying to catch my breath. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I ran away from my scene, and then I was like, damn, that's crazy, because I hit her back door. Her door was bent.
Oh, it wasn't your fault though.
It wasn't my fault, but
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I just wanted to leave.
From karma she gets.
And then that happened, right? Long story short, I'm just like trying to buy a new bumper. I got Johnson to come help me like buy a new bumper. We scraped it. We spent 2 or 3 hours.
And then-
We scraped the bumper off, and then I took some bootleg spray paint. I sprayed it red, and it was disgusting. It was a lesson of my life to not do that again. And then I brought it to Germany. We knew a mechanic.
Did you get caught?
Patient.
Come on,
Patient.
teacher.
So I brought it to. I haven't got it fixed yet, but then during that time, so within 2 weeks, 14 days later, I came home from college, and then I got a mail. The mail had Jackie's name on it. It said Metro Police Department. It said that you've recently been in a hit and run case, and this is the head like department person that's in charge of the hit and run. Like, please call me now. And I was like, what the fuck? And then Jackie gave it to me, and my heart sank. And I literally was like depressed.
Wait,
for
did you know? Did Jackie knew?
Jackie saw the mail. It was his name.
But before that, did you know?
Everyone knew. I told everyone.
Oh, okay. I
Um,
forgot.
so I told mom, and I told auntie, I told Jackie, I told everyone except mom, dad. So then, and then I got the mail. And my heart sank. Like, I never was sad and depressed like that. I finally had a feeling. So I lay there and I was like, don't fucking talk to me. Just let me just sit here and just think. How am I gonna do this? Like, there's always a solution to things. So I'm just sitting there brainstorming. I'm like, fuck, I can't think of anything. So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just sleep it off. And then the next day, I went to the library and I went in my car and I called the cop. And then I was like, this, that. He was like, you need to come see me tomorrow. And then I saw him the next day. I pulled into the police department near the airport, and then I walked in, and he was the sergeant of the hit and run department. And then he gave me a piece of paper to write down my statement to what happened. And I was like, what I just said, it wasn't my fault, this, that, I just didn't know what happened. I freaked out, I just ran. And then she pressed charges against me. And then she said that she's injured. I was like, injured my ass? I was like, what the fuck? I didn't do anything. All I did was like a little bump, you know? And then, yeah, and then he was like, so what school are you going to? I was like, I'm going to Lipscomb. And he's like, so what are you trying to be? I was like, I want to be a pharmacist. And he's like, you want to be a pharmacist? A doctor? And I was like, yeah. He took the piece of paper, he ripped it up. He's like, we're not going to let this little thing ruin your whole life. Because if you have this on your record,
Because
you
he knew
can't
it
go
was
to
fucking
school.
stupid.
Yeah, and then he was like, he ripped it up. He ripped her report up. So it disappeared. Nothing happened.
What?
He went outside and looked at the damage in the car. He's like,
That's
this.
crazy.
He's like, this little scratch, and she's gonna say, she's like, what the fuck? He said that too. He's like, Ryan, just don't do that next time. Just stay at the scene, and just
Yeah,
drive
everything
slow.
was your fault.
Yeah.
So you
And
shouldn't have ran.
then I was like, motherfucker.
Made your fucking day.
Bye.
So he was in
I hit
agony
the
for like a
lottery.
whole month.
And then I felt so good. I was like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. And then, dude, he tore it up when I wrote down my statement. He tore my statement up. And he tore her statement.
It's one of those like
And
the
I was
jaw
like,
dropping moments.
dude,
like,
he was so cool. Dude, he had a ball. Like you cannot talk.
'Cause
Any,
he
like
knew
you
it.
can't be slick with him. Like he was like,
He's a sergeant. He worked.
he's an uptight
Yeah.
dude. But then like, he was like real cool though. And then he went outside to look at the damage, and he was like, "This is it." I was like, "Yeah, it's just a tap." He was like, "You know what I said?" And then I was like, "Dude, my heart." I took a deep breath, and I was like, "Bro, I'm gonna go get me some ice cream." I got me some ice cream, and I'm like, "This is a story to tell for my future kids." Like, dude, if you got in a crash, just stay in the seat.
Dude, I got in a wreck and it was my fault. I stayed at the scene. I like running.
Okay,
You can't car damage.
okay, hit and runs. I mean, that was a hit and run. Now, cop story.
Like running.
Another cop story was, so back in the days, when we were still in high school, when I was my senior year, we would all eat at the restaurant,
Yeah.
and then we'll drive back home, and then we'll do homework at home, right? So sometime my mom tag along with us to go home, and then she would chill and relax a little, and then she want me to drive her back to the restaurant. So while I'm driving her back to the restaurant, as I'm going home, I'm speeding through the inside way. You know,
Oh
the Glen
my
Rose area.
God.
I was going like 65, and then the road, of course, is like 30. You know, and the dude just pulled out of nowhere. I'm like, oh my god! I look in my mirror. I'm like, holy shit, dude! I ran over. I skipped a red light, and I just took off. And I took so many inside
Did
roads.
you turn the lights off?
I turned my lights off.
That's a good move.
And
There was
then,
one time where he pulled inside the house with
and then, yeah, that was the next. That was like the second hit runaway.
Oh my god.
And then, so I ran out. This is like 8 p.m. Like, it was like winter time, like September, November.
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
we
thing.
get dark quick.
Like, you don't have daylight savings
Yeah.
already, so sundown is real dark. Dude, I ran away. I went into so many inside roads. I lost him because he didn't know where I turned. Because
So it
I
was a
pulled
cop,
in.
yeah?
It was a cop. Yeah, he had his lights. He's chasing me.
Oh fuck, dude.
He was chasing me in the inside road. He was hiding, looking for He was catching speeders. But I turned off my light. He can't see my license
Fucking
plate.
GTA, dude.
So I ran. I dipped on his ass. I came in. And then I pulled into the. I turned, and there was a long stretch of road, and then I turned my lights back on so I could see, because you can't really see with no lights. So then I pulled in, but as I pulled up to this road up here, I turned it off, and the thing is you glide in without pressing your brakes. So I glide in, and you shift down to like 2 or 1, and then your car will automatically pull down, and I pull in, turn off my engines, go in the house. That was one. And there was another time, there was a cop hiding, you know where that Mexican place over here where the Obama went and checked out?
Yeah.
What?
How's
Oh
that right here?
yeah.
Right here,
Yeah,
right here.
yeah.
There was a cop sitting right there. He chased me from Nolensville all the way over here too. And when I pulled up to this road, because there was cars coming down the hill, you know? So when I came up, he was also chasing me, but
Oh.
I pulled into the house just in time.
I wonder if they just feel so defeated.
Yeah.
Like they're like,
They're like, where did
Oh
this guy
no,
go?
that doesn't
Hey,
beat the time
Hey,
I
there
was.
was one time where I was in the car. It was like a long race, and then we were on the highway. We were like coming from Brentwood home,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden there was it was undercover. Every lane Ryan turned, there was a cop. So this dude ran off the highway, and he drove. Dude, you drove so fast home. We were all scared as shit.
Okay.
He was like aiming for dude.
Okay, so another time on the highway when cop was chasing me.
Crazy.
It was me. Sammy, were you in the car?
Probably.
It was me.
what's that having so much?
It was me.
It's just
Sammy.
a lot of stuff.
This
like,
is
Ryan
me.
has a lot of
Ryan
Me,
does a lot of
stupid
stupid shit.
Me, Sammy, and but the thing is this:
Oh, here we
the
go.
car I control. It's not reckless. Like I'm in
Have you
control.
seen
It's
the
not.
show
It's
The-
not loose.
like
Oh.
a racing show.
Like
Ryan's like
every
a racer.
turn-
He can, like, drift and
every
shit.
turn and every gas or brake is all calculated. So I know it's not like oh, I'm just turning because I'm turning. No, everything is calculated. I know my car. So it's Sammy, Lee, and me. So Saturday, we typically after we leave, we eat. After we work at the restaurant, we go eat, right? So we went to go eat. We went to Charlotte to go maybe eat Dalt's or Buffalo Wild Wings or something. So basically the I-40, it's like a 60 mile per hour, 55 mile per hour speed limit. I was going 85. I'm just going 85. and then the cop was under the bridge, and then all of a sudden I flew by. He turned on his light. He's chasing me, and I'm just cruising 85, and all of a sudden I look up. I'm like, holy fuck, the dude's chasing me. So he's going left. If I turn right, he turn right. If I turn left, he's turn left. And I was like, holy fuck, he's chasing me for real. And all of a sudden, if you go on I-40 or in 440, there's 3 lanes.
Yeah.
So I'm going back and forth, and if there's, I'm like literally with my BMW, I'm just going. And there was a time where I had to go on the emergency lane to cut because there was 3 cars next to each other. So I cut over there, and I'm going zigzag back and forth. The cop didn't go to the emergency lane, but he was still chasing me. So then he chased me, and then I split to the Wedgwood because we're going West End. And dude was still following me, but as soon as I got off this exit right here, I dipped on him, and he couldn't chase me. And I pulled into the house, and I took a deep breath, and I was like,
get with the fucking house.
yeah. But as soon as you get into the inside road, the cops have a hard time like following you because if you're on a highway, they can see you far.
Yeah.
But if you're like literally there's a 50-50 chance because you either can turn left and turn right in the inside road, and then again the split again, you can hide anywhere.
As long as you're not making.
Exactly. No, you don't hard brake.
No, yeah, that's the thing. As long as you're not making those sounds where they're like, oh, okay, I heard him go.
Yeah. No, but Soul's car, I had a modified exhaust, so it was really loud. But then my BMW, I kept it stock, so there's no loud noises. But yeah, dude. But then like right between the shuffle of all that, I had like 4 or 5 speeding tickets that I just gave up. I didn't want to buy. The first time I was like, please sir, I don't want my insurance to come on. My dad's gonna. She was like, well, you shouldn't be speeding. And then after the second or third, I was like,
You mean the ticket?
right, just give me the ticket. Here's my driver's license. Here's my registration. I know the drill. You know, like here.
It go up every
But then,
time?
huh?
Is your insurance been up?
No, because what you do is if you get a speeding ticket,
You go to court.
you first go to court,
Mm-hmm.
and then you pay for traffic school. You pay for traffic school is $130. They delete it from your
Yeah.
record. So I have nothing on my
So
record.
speeding, so like the whole thing with speeding ticket of people freaking out about it, they should if they don't do the traffic.
Yeah,
school.
but it really
Jackie
affects
did,
your.
he paid it.
It really affects your.
Jack has any more chance.
You have 4 chances too.
And then what? They're gonna revolt?
So the thing was,
You
it's
don't
like
get
when
any
I
money,
went
you
to the
have pay
class,
fine, your insurance goes
Oh.
up.
the lady pointed me to. So the first time I had traffic school, it was normal because she just pointed me to go in that room. It was a 4-hour class. You just sit there, you didn't do shit. So I thought it was like a class. So I had sat there and wrote notes and shit. And then after that, they were like, "Okay, go home." I'm like, "What the fuck? I have to throw this
Wait,
away?"
I thought you take a test afterwards.
No,
So I took mine online. and
I had to go to traffic school. You don't do anything.
no.
So-
And then the second time, I went to I didn't do shit. I just sat there like this, and I was drawing smiley faces and stuff. And then when it was time to go, I threw it away. And then the third time, they put me in a DUI class, and everyone was old. Van was there with her dad. He had
Oh,
DUI.
my God.
And then I sat there. All these niggas are old, like they're like 40, 50, 60, and I'm like the youngest dude. Like I'm
She's
like
what are you doing
I'm like
here?
19 years old, and then everyone's looking at me like, damn, he's hardcore. He's like hard, and everyone is like, you
I
guys
know
ready?
her bitch ass had something
And I was
to
like,
say.
and then
Man,
the instructor was like,
shit.
okay, welcome guys, this is a
Oh,
DUI
man.
class. I was like, excuse me, did you just say DUI? I was like, she just pointed me in the room. I'm just having a speeding ticket. Oh, you're supposed to be in the other room. And I walk in the other room, and I didn't do any work or anything.
Okay.
But you just, I was
She
like,
said that wrong.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
Because
Randy, you
basically,
drink a lot.
when you go into the
Hardcore
when you go
drunk,
into
bro.
the building, there's chairs. Everyone sit there and wait until the class
You're
starts
still
at
in the
8
easy
or
level.
8:30 or something, and they're pointing you by name. They're like, okay, you go here, you go here, you go here, you go here. So people with DUI classes and stuff, you have to go in this room, and this is just a simple, like vehicle violation.
How you handle your vehicle on the
Stupid,
road
yeah.
properly. It's
Yeah,
But
like,
it was
Tell us
so
where, right?
boring. They
It's
show us
so boring.
videos
yeah.
about like.
Mine was like, I can't remember, it was a long time ago. It's like, mine was like 4 hours long or something, 3 or 4 hours long.
Dude, the fourth one was like 6 or 8 hours long.
Oh
6 or
my
7 hours.
God.
It gets intenser. Like it gets longer. First few is like 4 hours, 4 hours,
Yeah.
and then it's 6 hours, and then 8 hours.
So I had to go when I got in my big wreck. I said they totaled my car, but they drove away. Like their car was fine afterwards.
Whose fault?
They counted as mine, but I was really sure that girl didn't have her lights on. Because I was turning into my brother's neighborhood to go check out his new car.
Yeah.
And
on the day of your brother getting a new car?
My cousin, I'm sorry, my cousin. I don't know why I said brother.
I was like, damn,
how
old is your brother, bro? Nigga say he's 15.
Yeah.
Damn, he got a Ferrari. He ain't even driving yet, bro.
Yeah, my cousin's new car, and he lived literally across, like my neighborhood's here, and his is like over in, like, up the street just a little bit, where he used to live. And yeah, I was heading to check it out, and it was probably like 8:30 or so. It's like there's 3 lanes, and I had to get in the middle lane to turn into his. And I came to a stop, and I hesitated. I was like, nobody's coming, because there's still like people in the middle lane about to turn left at the light, and I was in the middle lane about to turn left into his neighborhood. And there's lights and stuff from the other cars pointing at me. I'm like hesitating. Nah, nobody's coming. And then I finally pulled it in. And all of a sudden, and it just smacks my car. And I do a complete 180. My car does.
Holy shit! How fast were you guys going?
I wasn't moving. I was going maybe 5 miles an hour, just turning in. The cops said they were going like 35, and literally like 4 cars ahead of me, or where they were going, there was a red light and everybody was stopped. So they were going like 35 miles an hour in a 40. When there was I guess she just slams her brakes every time that she's right next to a light.
Stupid.
It's so stupid. And I was like, okay, there's nobody coming. And I went and it hit me. And the cop was like, look, this is your fault. You weren't. What was it say?
Right.
For one, it wasn't my right.
Your right of passage?
Yeah.
Your right of turn?
Yeah, because
shit like that.
Yeah, and then they're like, and you didn't come to a complete stop. I was like, I mean, I'm like halfway, like adrenaline's going through my body while they're telling me all this of what I can, what I did and didn't do. I'm like, no, I was at a complete stop for one thing, you know.
Did you tell them that?
No, I was like freaking. Yeah, I was adrenaline. I kept walking out of my car like trying to grab a gun under my seat for some reason. Like that's not even a lie. Like I thought I was like in a 007 movie.
Like,
I was about. I'm like, dum, dum. My heart's like beating so hard.
Alright, I'll let you tell the story.
My heart is like beating, and I'm like getting up, and I'm like, you know, you like look around, and like, what the hell? And I'm dizzy and stuff like that. I'm like, holy shit! I get out of my car, and they're like, the guys are like, oh yeah, are you okay? You okay? Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
shoot this bitch.
I'm like over here touching my side and stuff, and I'm like, I just want to fucking light them up.
What the fuck? That shit would end it like different.
That's a whole nother story.
And you know what? Honestly, we could trim it to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like we could just talk whatever we want, and then we'll listen to it like at 30-minute mark, and to end the sentence or end the story, cut it.
3 parts.
3 parts.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh,
And
1
then
part, 2 part, 3.
Whenever you're done, I have a story.
Yeah. So.
Did your Rex story count?
Yes, Mark.
Alright, Red Stories it was actually
Your
pretty,
Sonic
it was pretty
story?
intense. It was pretty intense, though,
Yeah,
right?
dude, your adrenaline.
Yeah,
It shoots
that's
up.
It's crazy.
And then you know our body, when you have that emotion or that dopamine, like you remember details.
Oh, I remember.
That's what it is.
Everything.
Exactly.
And I remember the look on their stupid faces too. They're like, oh, you know what?
How many people
Don't
in the
worry.
car? In there?
There's 3 of them.
Mhm.
And they're like, don't worry, we've all been in multiple wrecks. I've been in 4. My wife's been in 3. My daughter, this is her
They're
number
bad.
4. They're that's crazy. I'm
That's
like,
a lot
he's
of
like,
wrecks.
it's okay. Don't worry about it. I drove into a pool once. How you drive into a pool?
What the fuck?
He drove his car into a pool.
Yeah.
And like that's what blows my mind. Like
Yeah.
if you guys are having wrecks that much,
That's-
something's not right.
Whoever's
something's
teaching
wrong
you
right
to
now.
drive, even the dad had 3 wrecks, and
Who
then
is this?
they're teaching you.
These are the people that were in my neighborhood too. You know the ones who crashed into me? That when I was turning, because I hesitated, you know, I was like, no, nobody's coming. I was like, I stopped, and I was like, no.
Yo, that's the worst, because whenever you see him, like, fucking bitch, you break things, you know?
The thing was, I was singing on my phone. Nobody knows about this, but I was actually like singing on my phone. I had my phone just on my seat, and I was singing blah blah blah. And I was here in my phone was.
Did you record it?
Yeah. So all you hear is.
That's like a clip you put on YouTube, and then like, I remember that part.
I'm like into it, like singing.
Backstory.
And all then, boom. And the thing is, when I watched that video, my mom's the only one who, my dad doesn't know about the recording part, because he probably got really pissed at me originally if he knew I was I was singing while I was driving, or I don't know. There'd have been something.
There's no beach.
There's no beach.
Singing in the shower, singing in the car.
God damn it, son! Why I tell you about singing?
Man, fuck up now.
No singing anymore, man. No more singing. The whole
Vomit
drive.
it.
See what singing got you?
There ain't no bitch.
You only drive now. You have no radio on. You just have no air conditioning.
Yes,
Just
sir.
silence in
Yes,
the car.
sir.
That bitch just pulled straight out the you.
You're like, you don't.
Babe, quit smacking me.
What kind of car were you driving?
95 Honda Accord. It was literally one of my favorite cars. It drove so smooth for such an old car. And then I got this shitty ass 2003 van or 2002. That van was so bad. Then I got a 90. What's the car my mom drives? What's the brand?
That Cadillac?
Nissan Rogue.
Cadillac.
Yeah.
She drove the Cadillac.
The
I saw her
Cadillac.
last
I
time.
got-
When I pulled
I
it
got
out, she
That's
was
just cars.
I had
She got a
an
new
old,
car.
I had an old. It was like an 80 something Cadillac.
big.
It was so old, and the ceiling itself is like falling out.
Oh yeah,
The
the
valve with the
liner.
fill-
Yeah, the
yeah.
Jackie's Mercedes was like that. It was like
Yeah, that
The
stuff
adhesive.
sucks.
Yeah,
yeah,
it sucks.
it sucked, dude.
Okay, so yours?
Mine? Alright, so literally, it was not a big
She got like 2.
No, I'm talking about the first one. The one beside, on his birthday. It happened on his birthday.
The one in the
God,
railroad
not
track?
11 again.
Kim, the railroad track?
Shit, shit, Jose.
The railroad track? Okay,
Can I
stop.
talk?
Kim, no, please. No, please.
Tell him to stop
Okay,
it.
can I please just input this before you start?
Give
First
the shower
of
cat
all,
driver.
When I
Wait.
dream, I don't have normal dreams. Sometimes I have like
Right,
it's like
visions, bro.
visions of the future. Okay?
That's
I'm-
not ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's not
I know I
ridiculous.
sound crazy,
No,
It happens
no.
to me all the time.
but I don't dream, and when I do dream, shit is in the
Stop.
future. And then when it happens, I'm like, dude, I told you, you know? So
It's like a That's So Raven moment, dude.
basically.
That's so Raven.
So that same moment, probably 3 months before that
What the
happened,
fuck
I
up?
dreamed that I told my mom, I told Kim, I was like, okay, I dreamt about some crazy shit. I was like, I saw you guys both get in a wreck, and you guys were in a 5-lane road. That's the magic number.
What?
Because I was like, it was like 2 lanes, and there was a middle lane, and there was 2 lanes. Because I remember, because I was in that
Alright,
vision,
whenever you're done,
and
tell us.
I counted the lanes, and I'm like, Mom, just be careful when you're with Kim, because y'all are gonna get in a wreck soon. I'm not sure when, but I'm just saying I saw it.
She believe you now?
Yeah, because a lot of shit, like I write down on my
Yeah,
notes,
yeah.
and then shit happens years later, or
Like,
months later. It's just crazy, dude.
That's a thing.
Dude,
Yeah.
stop
But
messing
that's
with
happened all the way
snakes. I know
through
you try to go in his belly button.
second, third grade is when it first happened
Yeah.
for me. And then literally, I'll like live something in a dream, and then it can be years down the line and it happens. Like,
Yeah, dude, it's like a deja vu moment,
yeah.
and you're like, it has to be an exact scene that
Yeah.
you see it, and then it reminds you of that scene.
It's like a 10-15 second thing usually that I
Yeah, it's
remember.
like a small little clip.
Damn, we
Yeah.
But like, it's crazy. Okay, now Kim, you tell your story now.
Alright, my story. Alright, y'all know the road to go towards the,
The railroad
house,
track.
and there's a railroad
Yeah.
track?
Yeah.
Right, so it happened right there.
5 lanes, dude.
It's a 5-lane. So the whole way, it was me and my mom. We came home. It was a Sunday, and then everyone was at the pool house, but we came home to get something. And then so I was driving up there. This is when I drove the old Mercedes. Remember the one I drove in high school? So I was driving that car, and then all of a sudden, the whole way from our
Glen
house,
Rose.
from our house to
The
the
railroad
pool
track?
house on Glen Rose, there's this black bitch. She drove behind me, but she was up my ass. She was so up there, and there was an ambulance. You know, you had to stop and let them go.
Yeah.
She didn't stop. She was gonna rear end me on Glen Rose where his house is. So I'm like, what the fuck? And I keep on paying. I was looking behind me, and I'm like, the way she's driving is crazy. And then she kept on trying to fucking cut me. And then I wouldn't let her. Like, I would drive up so she don't cut me. And then all of a sudden, when it goes to that, you know, double gas station, and then you turn left, and then you keep straight, and then that's where the railroad is. But if you go straight, that's where the new house is. You know what I'm talking about?
It happened right here. Johnston got a video of it too. It didn't, like, we parked on the car wash place because we had to move out of the lane, but we were in the middle of the lane. That's where it happened, you know? We were going over the road.
I know what you're talking about.
But they drove by because they were coming to our house and we
Okay,
recorded the video.
so
7 years
while
ago.
I was driving there, this bitch, I was going straight, and all of a sudden she wanted to cut me, and I was like, nah, you ain't cutting me. So I'm driving, she's driving, but we both are wanting to be on the left lane. And then I'm trying to fucking ram her off the road at this point. She's pissing me off.
Road rage.
And then there's a median in the middle, but it's grass. And it's like a dip like this. And I'm like here, and she's trying to cut. So I'm like, nah, bitch, so I'm doing this. And then I want her to go off, okay? But then my mom was in the car. She was like, Kim, just let her go. Just let her go. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And I'm like, no. And then all of a sudden, we like sideswipe like this. But then my mirror fucked up. Did my mirror
It's a
fuck up?
minor thing.
It's very
Basically,
minor.
they rub
And then-
each other's mirrors.
Yeah, we rub each other's mirror. And then we stopped, and I was pissed from the beginning. And I
They got out of the car.
we both got out of the car. I was like, what the fuck you want? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's fight then. And then she was like, you
My
don't want me.
mom
You don't want
called.
me.
We were at the pool house, and me and Jackie flew. We both flew down. We're going 110 going down the hill.
And then like we was gonna
We
get
drove
at it.
from-
We was
from
gonna
the-
fight.
Within a couple of seconds from the pool house to there, we
And
drove.
then-
We both raced to that.
So
and that
we
same
were-
scene, I was like, yo, this is the fucking scene that was in my dream.
Yeah.
Right there.
So we were
right there.
in
Wait
each
a
other's
minute.
face.
I
We were
see
like,
that.
let's
We
go.
flew down
I was
the
like,
hill.
let's go. I was like, punch me then, punch me. And then
And
she
then we
was
were
like,
both like,
nah, you don't want it.
we were like, we're trying to neutralize the situation. I was like, no one's gonna fight. Y'all both relax, you know. Me and Jack were like, both y'all chill, you know. And
Because
then
I want
Kim's
her to
like,
hit me because
yeah,
if she hit me,
I was like,
I'll be
dude,
in trouble.
both y'all need to stop. You know, be adults here, you know. Like,
And
we're
then
like,
so
stop.
where that there's like a car wash place, and then there's also a laundry mat. Some fucking dude come out. He's like, it's okay, yeah, I caught the cops. I caught the cops.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the
Wait,
cops came.
what?
There was this guy that was washing his clothing. He went outside, and then it was just some nerdy ass, like, oh, he's a hall monitor kind of
Yeah,
dude.
he was like,
Oh,
oh,
the guys, and we're like, dude, shut your ass.
and
get
then
the
we're
fuck
like,
out
shut
of
up. And then the dealership dude come out, and he was like, honestly, y'all can just leave because this ain't shit.
Yeah.
here. Yeah, the dude said that.
And
dude.
then Jack and Ryan was like, yeah, this is nothing.
I was like, this is
and then
nothing. This is just a fucking
She said
ring.
that she want to press charges or she want to
For
call the
nothing.
cops. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, all right, call the cops. So cops came, and then they put me to the side. They're like, what happened? So I told them everything. And then she was like, it was a he. It was a white guy. He was like, sweetie, don't do that because these black people around this area, they have guns and they'll shoot you. And I was like,
The racism of it, though.
I
Yeah.
mean, is he wrong though?
I know he's
No,
not wrong.
Not wrong.
And then I was
You
like,
know,
yeah,
you
you're
No,
right.
he's right.
And then nothing happened. Nothing. Is it in my record? I don't know.
No. This is on your record. Okay, same road. Could you imagine the same road?
Going
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
That same road. Just
Yeah.
visualize this.
Yeah.
This happened a month ago. Basically in the mornings on certain days, one of them go up to the restaurant to set up, and then either me or the person that's not working that day bring my mom and the girls to
Hey,
go to
wake
work.
the fuck up, dude.
Right?
I'll smack you.
So it was
Just
my
a baby
day.
boy.
It was my day
That's
to
what
bring
I was
them up to
smart.
work. This is around 10 a.m. So then I bring them up to work, and I'm just driving, just normally by myself. I'm going down the hill. Imagine the hill, right? You're going down the hill, and then you're going over the railroad track,
Yeah.
and you're passing that car wash place.
Yeah.
So I'm just driving like that. I'm just driving slow, like 35. And then all of a sudden, there's just two guys, like really up
Can you
there.
push it
They
this
look
way?
like they're ricers. It was like a Sentra and a Honda Civic, right?
Yeah.
They're going like real close to each other. They look very aggressive. It doesn't look like two ricers trying to race, but it looks like dudes trying to rear end. So I'm just okay. I ran a red light and I chased them, just to see. I just like to watch weird shit like that. I chased them, right. All of a sudden, they ran a red light, and then I ran a red light just to
Oh
chase
my
them.
God.
So I followed them just to see, because my car is faster than both of their cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I caught up to them. There, you know that bridge, you can see the highway,
Yeah.
and then before you hit Kroger's,
Yeah.
I took a complete stop, and then there was another van in front of me. Those two guys did bumper cars. They were bumper cars.
They were smacking each
They
other.
were smacking each other. He like did a pit maneuver.
I was like, Picker didn't happen. And he was like, nah, I didn't pull no
I,
fucking
dude, I was enjoying it. I literally just stopped.
I mean,
and
sometimes
I,
you gotta take it in.
I was like,
You're
wow.
like, is this seriously happening?
Okay, so they did a pit
Wow.
maneuver. His car is spin like this. Now his car is pointing like towards us.
What?
Opposite
And
way.
then these guys are crazy because they don't give a
Didn't
fuck.
give a fuck.
So I had a van in front of me, and I'm using him as my shield because that dude, they were like this, boom, boom, like boom, and then all of a sudden this guy was like boom, and then he reversed, and then he ran away. This guy was freaking out, so he did like a donut, but he almost crashed the car in front of me. And I reversed back and I was like, yo, what the fuck?
That's the worst
I was like, yo, this is
material.
a BMW, bro. You cannot. I don't want y'all fucking
Right,
this
that
shit.
please, bro.
And the guy in front of me, that car in front of me was the donut shop. Next to our restaurant is the donut shop here. He's buying materials at Sam's Club.
Oh my
And
god.
then he's driving like that. And then the Honda Civic, it was a kid, it was like a little Mexican, he ran away. The dude that was put into the pit maneuver, he somehow circled his car and ran away. This guy went towards the wall, and then he reversed and then went out and chased him. They ran the red light and they both were chasing each other. And then they went on Thompson Lane, and then I went beside the donut shop. I was like, what the fuck? I put my window, I was like, did you see that? He was like, yeah. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? I chased him down. I have no idea where they went.
That
But
is
the
nuts.
one guy was like
That's
a middle-aged white dude. The other kid was like a ricer Mexican kid with like a little teddy bear hanging off his tail. You know those ricers, yeah. And I'm like, both their cars are fucking slow, so I'm chasing them down. I'm like, yo, this is world star material.
That is worse.
Only if I had like a dash cam,
Oh
I would
yes.
see everything.
That would
There's
be
a car in
A
front of you.
quality.
There's a car in front of you though.
But I could do this, like I could tilt it.
Oh, my head.
No, I saw it.
Like,
Like I saw the whole thing. But I'm saying I can move the camera like this. But I saw the whole thing. It was crazy, dude. His car hit the side of the concrete, so it's like a line on the concrete. His door was bent and his mirror was on the floor. It was bumper cars with each
You
other. They
can
did not
see
give
it?
a fuck.
Did you see behind? Y'all can sleep
Y'all
together.
have seen anything like that?
No.
No.
Dude, that was like, this happened a month ago. I texted them like a big ass paragraph.
Oh
And
my
And
god.
then I was like, I don't believe you until I see you.
I was like, man, I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not, bitch. I saw it. And I was like, dude, if you drive there right now, you see his mirror on the road.
Yeah,
That was some.
You make it sound like a horror story, man.
Dude,
It's not a horror story, but
It's
it was.
not- nah, that-
I was not in it, but I had the adrenaline. Like I've had people chase me, like in that same road. There was this one
nigga?
dude. He was driving like 25, and I honked at him. All of a sudden, he's
Yeah,
just
that's
driving,
slow, yeah.
and then he stopped.
He
He
brake
driving.
checked
He
you.
stopped. He brake checked me. I was like, "Fuck you, bitch! You're not braking checking." I cut him, and then I ran away. He chased me super bad. So then, just to fuck with him, like you're going Glen Rose,
Yeah.
you're going
You
to
go lose,
intersect
yeah.
Nolensville Pike.
Mhm.
So basically, I turn my signal to the left. He's
You turn
he's
right.
thinking I turn
Yeah.
to the left, but I turned to the right.
Yeah.
And then he was like, he didn't know what to do. So then I ran away, and he couldn't catch up to me.
Yeah.
But it was an old ass veteran man. Like he was like,
Oh.
you activated my PTSD. I'm gonna shoot
Mhm.
your ass.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. That army shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
his bumper sticker
I'll be
was like
honest,
U.S. Army kind of.
Sometimes it's no joke. We have got multiple guys who have some like PTSD.
Yeah,
stuff.
so I'm like,
Triggered, they got triggered.
I'm like, you're not gonna catch me.
Yeah.
Oh man, I have full tank of gas. I'm gonna run as far as I can. You're never gonna catch me. You got an old ass truck. There's no way. I've had that. If you're talking about car stories, I have a lot. Like,
I know. I raced my
this
boss.
is crazy.
He has a T-bone.
Racing my boss.
Right, so my boss.
He's like, you ready? I'm like, yeah, let's go.
You're stupid.
Okay, honestly, this podcast is long, right? So instead of having like, this is like almost
could
like
be-
a 4-part. So we
You
could
can just
maybe
do it once a month.
once
Yeah.
a month is enough of material where we can split it up.
Yeah.
Because we just want to archive.
Or once
Just
a-
stories.
You can do it.
Once 2 weeks.
I mean,
Yeah,
we don't
every
have.
2
If
weeks.
we have free time, we meet, and then we just talk,
Yeah.
and we record it.
Like
we'll cut it
tomorrow?
up into bits.
We gotta
Tomorrow,
break up
well,
like
we're
that
gonna be
before we go.
tired,
Yeah.
but this is fun though. Just sharing stories, because every story is unique. We don't have an identical story or something
I
similar.
got some good ghost ones stuff. Like some ghosts that I've seen.
At your house?
Ghosts,
Ghosts.
bro,
I got some like
Pause it and then do the next one. Do the
bro,
next one.
hold up.
oh my